Hello everybody, I'm your host, the RPG Goddess. Welcome to another episode. I wasn't planning on making another video just yet, but of course, Toby Fox, being the sly little genius that he is, decided to turn around and drop a whole bunch of lore on us. We got the Smampton Sweepstakes a couple of years back, which was a really cool little ARG augmented reality thing that told us quite a lot of information about Deltarune and what was to come. He says that this is not canon, but whether it's canon or not, it's part of the timeline and stuff that's been released. So, whether it doesn't happen in game or not, it's stuff that he's taken the time to draw our attention to, and I think that's for a good reason. So, first of all, we have the newsletter, and then we have the ARG. I'm probably going to have to update this with a second video because we went from 26 links to 40. So that's quite a jump. Possible that not all of them have been discovered yet, so there's probably going to be a few I need to tidy up. I might uncover them in another video or a short, depending on how much there is to go over. But for here and now, we're about nearly 3 days in. This will probably drop tomorrow, this video, hopefully tonight. But yeah, it is the 11th of the 5th, 2025, and we now have a newsletter, which will probably end up being the final newsletter, although I could stand corrected there. There may be another one just to keep the hype train going. But for here and now, we have this newsletter, which is May 2025, and we have some new information to go over. Release date and time. Deltarune Chapters 1 and 4 will release. Wait, let me explain. For starters, the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Deltarune will launch on June 5th at midnight local time in each respective region. Technically speaking, this means people in Japan will get the Switch 2 version 13 hours sooner than people on the east coast of the United States, assuming they can get a Switch 2 at launch, which I'll be buying. I've already got it all worked out. I've got about $500 saved up, and I'll be buying that when it comes out. And pre-order it online because literally EB Games, because I'm in Australia, South Australia, Pacific, have literally all sold out. They actually got sold out the very same day the Switch 2 was announced, so the pre-orders are gone, and I don't know when or if they're going to get more in stock. You've got the more pack, which is $700, or the pack that comes with the game. I forget which one, some Nintendo one. I'm not interested. I'll probably sell it if I end up able to get that version, which is $800. But yeah, I'm hoping to pick this up on launch. Let's continue along. However, what does that mean for all the other platforms? We decided to pick a time as the official launch time for everything else. Steam, Switch, PS4 and PS5, and that time is June 5th, 000 AM Japan time. What that means, if you're in North America, for example, your game will release on Steam, PS4 and PS5, June 4, 8 AM PDT, June 4th, 11 AM EDT, June 4th, 5 PM CET. If you're in New Zealand or Australia and you're getting the Switch 2 version of Deltarune, you'll be able to get the game a couple of hours early if you happen to get your Switch 2 exactly at midnight. But convenience sake, we're just going to ignore you guys and pretend that the game is not out. Meanwhile, please don't say anything about it, please. Yeah, like that's going to happen, Toby. People will be leaking at the moment they see it. Anyway, the takeaway is that if you're reading this in English, there's a good chance you'll actually be able to get the game on June 4th. But wait, there's more good news. Buy it once, only on PlayStation or Nintendo. Hey, do you want a good deal? Thanks to cross-buy, when you buy Deltarune on the PlayStation Store, you get both PS4 and PS5 versions for one price, and going to do basically the same thing on Nintendo platforms. If you buy the game on Nintendo Switch, decide later you want the Switch version, you can get it at no additional cost and vice versa, except in Japan where local laws require us to charge a small fee. That's right, for one single price, you'll be able to get both versions of the game. That means both versions of the special room. Meow. My FMO's clearing right now. To get the second version, no additional cost, you need to get both of them using the same Nintendo account. And look at this, we have this little give up the annoying dog looking at a box, and who's in the box? Smampton. How cute. Trophies. But hey, never mind all the pricing talk. Is it finally time to share some of those PlayStation trophies? So here we have something interesting. Certainly applicable for me because I'm not a PlayStation user. But for you PlayStation users out there, they'll have trophies in there. So I'm interested to see what trophies we're going to get. If we look here, we have Pain 4A, which is Receive. Receive pain 22 times or meet an end. Meet at an end. Consumer 3A. Consume item armor 4A. Equip an item strength 2A. Augment your power. Throne. Investigate the throne. Chapters 3N. Complete without issue. What I'm only interested in is pain 4A and chapters 3N. Complete without issue. I don't know what complete without issue means. Maybe you've got to get every single achievement to get that. I know there'll probably be a couple of hard ones in it just for the sake of completion's sake. But pain, I wonder what that is. Maybe getting a certain amount of damage. Maybe you've got to get 666 damage for all we know. There's just a small sampling of the trophies available. As you might guess, the trophy list outlines an interesting challenge. Trophies are permanent, so everyone you gain is an eternal measure of your success. The way things are set up, you only receive a trophy once. The current room where you unlocked it ends. You'll miss getting it if you turn the game off before then. So be careful while completing all 4 chapters, especially there may be certain conditions where you'll miss acquiring the chapter end trophies. I don't think it's something the average player would run across, however, but really, I think you'll be able to enjoy the game more if you don't pay attention to whether you get the trophies. So it's more of an optional thing, really, which is nice to have in the background if that's your thing. If you're a PlayStation user, the rest of it's not applicable. Smampton Sweepstakes. Hey, unrelated to all that, do you remember how I mentioned there was an alternate ending to the Smampton Sweepstakes? Well, I finally remembered I said that. Smampton Sweepstakes. I've updated Sweepstakes to feature the alternate ending. After you give that again, it might be a good idea to check out the rest of the website for old time's sake. 2. I only consider anything in the game itself to be canon, so there's nothing critically important on there. But looking around the site itself sure is a lot of fun. So that's your teaser right there to go look at the Sweepstakes, and a lot of people just draw the alternate ending, which is the not the freedom, but the bad ending for Smampton. So you get to see that, and people thought that was it. They're like, hold on a minute, hold on a damn second, there's a whole lot more to be found here. So it was fun. More posts. We're posting more on social media as a build up towards the game. If you abandon social media, I respect you, but I'm still going to do it. Here are the social media accounts: at Undertale on Twitter, at Toby Fox on Twitter, at Undertale on bluesky.com, at Toby Fox Undertale.com on Blue Sky. See you in June. And that is all we have for this one. If we click here and have a look on the Smampton Sweepstakes, we can watch the finale, see the alternate path, Smampton's silence. So let's watch this together, shall we? Notice how everything is all greyed out here.
Hey, Yenny! Welcome back to the Spampton Value Network, the only home of wild prizes and Spampton's beautiful eyes. Here tonight, we've got even more wild prizes in store for you. Can you believe it? We might be on number 50. I can't count. Smampton Carbine Knife. The Smampton Carbine Knife is a wonderful knife that will allow you to...
Hey guys, is this on? Sorry, it took so long for the stream. We had some technical difficulties.
What stream?
Yeah, we had this crazy video plans. We were going to hire someone to play Smampton, but you know, it's kind of...
I like how Smampton was like, what stream? And you got Toby just chilling there, his wedding ring on display. And hasn't even matured into a wonderful man. He looks so boyish before, now he looks like a grown man with a genius mind capable of all things Deltarune. And Deltarune, of course. What I wouldn't give to get a peek into that mind, that's for sure. Stamp's just like, what the hell is going on? And I can only imagine the idiots that showed up when they were casting this, like, to be like, should get to play Smampton. No, that's not enough, that's too much. No, this is just right. No, we need a little more here. And like, oh, and by the way, you've got to wear this stupid getup, and you'd have a big fat beer gut on you as well. And just look completely stupid and act like a complete fool. And it'll all be worth it. But anyway.
I don't know. It just kind of fell through, you know? It didn't
No,
really
it
make
didn't.
sense because
You hired me.
Hey, you hired me.
Who is this?
I guess we didn't expect you guys to like vote for what you did. We just kind of assumed you'd do the
Vote for what?
freedom.
What did they vote for? Freedom?
Anyway, sorry guys.
What?
We're just gonna have to go think of something else.
What about all this?
We'll try and make up to you somehow. Yeah, I don't really know what we're gonna do without Smampton.
I don't know what we're going to do about Smampton. What would the world without Smampton be? We're much of a world. It may only exist in Deltarune, but it'll be forever a part of our minds. In that weird, crazy part of your mind that goes to those weird places. But look at these guys, they're just like, yeah, well, we thought you'd go freedom, but obviously you've gone the other route, so now we've got to come up with this idea. When obviously had it all along. We just didn't think you'd go that way, but here it is. And it's like, how many years later? I can't ask them how many years ago Sweepstakes was. Something like 2 or 3 years ago. It's been a while now. I did cover it back in the day, but yeah, it's like just so interesting to see how they're going about this this stupid strip. Like just spinning this guy out. He's like, hey, what, freedom? Who? You hired me. It's like, you're not meant to say they hired you because you're meant to be spectacle. You're meant to be in character. You're meant to break character by letting us know that you're actually some hired guy just pretending to be him in a funny looking suit. Even though it's painfully obvious. It's caught up anyone who actually did look like Smampton in real life. That'd be trippy.
But you know, he's gone. You voted to remove Smampton, and that's what happens.
Remove Smampton.
Goes away.
What are they talking about?
Well, we'll see you guys next year. Bye.
Wait, what do you mean remove Smampton? Wait! Remove Smampton? You guys wouldn't vote to do that, right? No, wait. I'm not Smampton, I swear. I'm just an impersonator. I'm an actor. I was just hired to. You can't do this to me. Stop! Stop! No!
Yeah, I see you blurring in the background. Why it just fades to black as if he's literally been deleted out of existence. Poor Smampton is no longer needed, and he's been removed as we know it, and further proof that he's been removed. And before we had these bright, colourful balloons, everything is now greyed out. All the prizes too, if you look. The descriptions are gone, they're all greyed out, which is starkly different to the ending that we all know and love that we got from the Smampton Sweepstakes. We have some music we can play. See, we have this is the hometown theme. Let's sped right down, slow right down. Anyway, I'm going to do the cheats way and open up this tab. Damn it, I just shut the damn tab. It's alright, we can open it again. Damn it. So here we have a list of all the available links for the new Smampton Sweepstakes, whatever you want to call it, ARG thing. So if we count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. By the look of it. So we're getting there. Let's have a look. We open up these tabs. So here it says no one will shed a tear for him, and if we click on these doors, get this noise, which says ROMB Rob. If only you had the something, your luck might have gone another way. No something, no crystal. I'm guessing this is, if only you had the shadow mantle, your luck might have gone another way. No shadow mantle, no crystal. That would be my guess, because Sean does make it pretty clear that if we don't get the shadow mantle, then we're not going to be able to progress. So that would make a lot of sense, going by that. Because we know we're going to have to get the shadow mantle in order to be strong enough to defeat the future chapter bosses, just when we originally won't be enough about that item. So that's probably what this is all about. Now this creepy noise that plays if we click on these. Next we have Deltarune.com rain. So this is another blog post from Noelle, similar to the blog post we got in the past, like the one with Susie sniffing Chris's hair because it smelled like apple shampoo, and him smiling and ticking her off and all that sort of stuff. So let's read it out together. Everyone said of snow days, but did anyone else have rain days? I swear, one day it was pouring so hard it sounded like someone was jumping on the roof of the house. So my mum called school and made them cancel, so I wouldn't have to walk over XP. Like, come on, mum, a little water never hurt anyone, except for maybe deep sea cave divers. XD, sorry. At least because of that, my friend came over without an umbrella. Why? She was totally stoked. We had to put 3 of my mum's hair dryers on full blast for like 30 minutes. At least we got to use a dryer to make melty cheese crackers. Anyways, on day where it rains, there's nothing better than playing cat petters, specifically the mini game you can play with your cats. They were all ridiculous, and every one of them had these silly, horrific names, like Jongler or something. XT, what does that mean? I remember being really into one of the games when I was little. I can't remember the name because it was complete nonsense, sorry XP. But it was one that was like an endless cave, if that makes sense. I even made a guide to the rarities of the different cats you could get to raise your score. I still have the text file, although it's just named b.txt, really helpful me, EXP. Chances, 80% normal, 15% blue aura, 4% rock and roll, 0% angel wing, 0.0000% super holy angel wing. I sort of feel like there were more though. Like one time I remember getting a cat and it actually lowered how many points I had. Then of course I died immediately, so I couldn't get a picture or anything, and of course no one else has ever seemed to see this. Actually, I get the feeling someone else I know has seen it, but I just know that even if I asked her, I probably wouldn't get a straight answer. Super fun fact, on a related note, these games even make a cameo in the Cat Petters RPG, which, like everything good, is kind of a rip-off Dragon Blaze, if I'm being honest. XD, okie dokie, let my bias show for a second there. XP, you guys should really play it though. As usual, if anyone thinks they can find proof, try it for yourself and let me know. P.S. about my friend, she came over because I said I was going to play Cat Pets. She thought that meant I was just going to pet her. What kind of game would that even be, XG? So I just made a cat named after her and made it in the game and made it play metal music on the music box. I'll try not to corrupt that one, XP. I still had to pet her a little bit or she wouldn't go home. XP. So when she's saying, I get the feeling someone else seen it, but I know if I asked them, they'll probably get a straight answer. She's probably talking about Chris, because Chris probably wouldn't give a straight answer, and probably has seen it because he seems to be getting into games too. We know he played game with Azrael. And Dragon Blaze is the equivalent of a Deltarune game within the game. It's a game that exists, so people in the light world can play this version of the game, which is Dragon Blazes, and that is their real world equivalent of Deltarune. And then we have Cat Petters, which, according to her, is a rip-off of Dragon Blazes, like all the other games, which are pretty much a rip-off of Dragon Blazes. And Caddy, we can imagine the one she was talking about, because for her fur to take 30 minutes to dry, well, it's obviously a personal fur because it's taking 30 minutes. That's a very long time. A human wouldn't take that long to dry. A normal person wouldn't take that long to dry off. And they wouldn't need 3 hair dryers and what have you, so it's obviously someone very furry. And if someone's assuming we're going to be petting her for like half an hour, then it's pretty safe to assume it's Caddy. Isn't that just the sweetest little thing that she's like, oh, I'm going to be petted like a cat. So cute. Little cat, feline nature. Feline nature coming through, if you will. But yeah, so we have these where we have the chances the normal blue or rock and roll angel wing and super holy angel wing, which we will find in a mini game that we can try out for ourselves. So going back, this is the game she's talking about, rare cats. So if we click on these, we get points, 10 points, 10, 50 points. This is at the top, it's actually keeping track of our points. Getting very lucky. There's a metal sort of cat you can get that plays a cool little thing. 250 points for that one. Get this one. There is another angel one I want to try and get before we go ahead and click that window. It's going to be the same link, I believe, but I think it's interesting to try and see all of the ones that are on offer here. It's kind of fun in a silly little easy therapeutic way. It kind of reminds me of that game on Windows where you had to swap the flies, similar sort of thing, just going around hitting things with your mouse. Not my kind of game, but I'll take it for what it is. Not getting very lucky here. Some people seem to get the angel right away, and I'm really not that lucky. But if we keep playing, we shall eventually get it, I'm sure. I'm not sure how this works in terms of which cats fall and how the points keep going, like in terms of So now we're taken to this page, which has a heap of windows. I think somebody counted there was like 36 windows. And if you go to exactly half of those windows, the middle one, you will find the one you're looking for. But if we click on, say, this first one, takes us to where would the forest lost grow, which is basically out of order. So it's simply where the lost forest would grow. Where would the lost forest grow? And we have the dog shed page. And it's pretty much the same thing. Just on our right tab. It's pretty much the same thing, but tell me it's taking me out of that. Go back. As you can see, these all look very similar and they all take us here, same place. But if we look for a window that is a little bit different, just a tiny bit, you should see an egg that is in reverse. So it'll look the same as the other ones, but it'll be like this. So it'll be in reverse. I think this is zero, I could be wrong. Nope. I was thinking the egg was going down, but it's going up. So looking for an egg that is going up. I'm not going to find it here because it's not towards the end. If I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Is it this one? No. Completely having so much trouble finding this egg. Sorry for getting confused, guys. So it was number 36, which should be. I already counted, save you the trouble of watching me count through these boring windows. 36 should be this one. And that's not the total, the number of windows, that's just the total necessary to get to this link. There is also dog check room that has a dog shaking his cute little markers around, making a racket, but we didn't get to see that one. So, lost where the forest would grow, which of course is where would the lost forest grow? And we have this tree here, and if we click on it, makes this noise. For fuck's sake. God damn it all. Didn't mean to click out of that. So we have this tree here. There's that asset there, there doesn't seem to be anything else there. So if we continue along our list, we have deltarune.com/window, which is where we came from. So then we have the poor children. At the top you can see it says the poor children. And it has this thing where you can draw around, and I'm not going to bother trying to draw anything because I'm not that creative. I'm just simply not. I could probably do a smiley face, but it's not going to look very good. No, probably didn't look like a smile. But the idea is if you keep drawing enough, eventually you will find something. So we're going to keep at it. And it should be, I think, in the middle of the screen. I had it missed it. We see a little bit of red, which is the tree we need to find. Keep finding him and losing him. Here we go. And there we go, we have a tree here. And if we go here, it's taking us back to this page, which is the egg page, which we have read before from the previous blog post. Damn it, Timmy wants me to do this shit again. I wouldn't care if it didn't take so damn long to fill her in. That might be what there is on that page. So we have the poor children. And what exactly the poor children mean, probably the poor children from the prophecy, being obviously Chris, Susie, Noel and Rouse, and Noel and Bearsley if you want to count him. I just want to be thorough because there's probably stuff that's easy to miss and we don't want to miss it if we can help it. And if I do, it just means more work and I'll have to come back to you later. So better to get it out of the way in one fell swoop if possible. Which is lazy, but yes, too bad. Come on, tree, where are you? Make me do this all day. There's the tree. Okay, same thing. let's continue along. We have Deltarune Chapter 1. Not applicable. So Chapter 1 is not applicable. And I was watching some people were like, not applicable. And it's like, why would you call it applicable when it's applicable? And that just doesn't sound right to my ears. Wait for a certain amount of time when you do something, you see but come along the screen, but that could be one of the other ones and not this one. I'm not 100% sure. We have Chapter 2, which is applicable. And you could say, well, Chapter 1 is not applicable because it's already out. Chapter 2 is done, so that's applicable. And again, that doesn't seem to be too much here. There's no links we can click on. Nothing else hidden. We have Chapter 3, not applicable again. I'm missing the but part, which in hindsight doesn't sound that great, but I'm sure I saw it somewhere in a video. I watched the 2 left on video, which was very interesting. I recommend it. Went over all the latest info, and I don't know if there's going to be more to cover. I think there's only a couple of links that have been yet to find. I think we went from 26 to 40, but 14 new links, so that's not as many as 26. There's not as many to find. Chapter 4. And we literally don't have anything here. There's nothing at all. If we look there, there's a little stray something. Chapter 4 message. I want that little pixel. Missing the window here. I'm missing stuff which is going to annoy me because when I'm editing and finishing the video up, I'll be like, damn it, I forgot this and I forgot that. Now I feel like a fool. I feel like I'm missing something important here. I'm in that little door again. Okay, I'm sure somebody in the comments can tell me what I've missed, if anything there. So, chapter 4 message. That's where we were, typical, went to the same page. Chapter 4, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for waiting so long for you to make the game, or thank you for finally releasing it and us getting to play this amazing work of art, this amazing game coming soon. Literally 1 month time, 2025, everyone going, oh, don't worry, and I'm like, no, I'll believe it when I actually see it. And then what do you know, I saw it happen, and now it's very exciting because it's just around the corner. It's going to be a very first Switch 2 game I ever play. Well, Switch game. I'm not too interested in the mini games. If there was enough differences in the versions, I would consider doing it. But for what we have, I'm not overly fussed about going about that. Here we have this, which we have 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now this cool bit of music, audio, DMP3, and notice these sounds are very, like, we're not being told what they're called, it's being called like a little letter. So what that's spelling out, I don't know, but 2 is really big because I guess 2 is already made. And we do have a 1 somewhere as well. As you can see, it's here. Very teeny tiny little one. Doesn't do anything. 2 is nice and big because we have chapter 2. Chapter 3. Now this creepy I have no idea what that means, but it's a creepy little sound nonetheless. Pretty cool. And if we click on chapter 4, we have nothing, literally nothing to see. And considering we're getting chapters 3 and 4, you'd think there would be something. Chapter 4 message. Seems to be taking us back to the page we were on before. I have no idea what it's taking me to or what it's doing because it doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. And we have chapter 5. Which is HMP3. Pretty cool. Or upbeat, that one. So that's it for this page. Then if we continue going down our little list here. Oh, that's all of them. I could have sworn there were more than that, but I guess not because we've reached the end of our little list. If we look some here, let's read through some of the comments, see what else we can find. Chapter 4 has a QWERTY keyboard layout. Best effects of each one is slightly different, I think. Code cracking time. And all the links lead to EMM from TYUOAH, K and N, while the rest lead to any thoughts, which I'm pretty sure spells out thank you. And the QWERTY keyboard has 26 letters, and that is the keyboard that we use in, like America, Europe, and Australia, New Zealand, and whatnot. Different from the Japanese keyboard, which has lots and lots of numbers on it. So I knew I was missing something, but where is this one? Oh yes, and something I forgot to mention. I'm guessing if people as well as chapter will have read brow as an option. So that one could be when it says not applicable for chapter 1, because chapter 1 didn't have a weird route. Applicable for chapter 2 means chapter 2 will have a weird route, and then applicable, not applicable, going on to mean that they will or will not have a secret route. This reaffirms the belief of something like Shadow Mantle being the cry for more weird routes. Storm says that it is needed to fight the next secret boss. Either Storm wants to do the weird route, or the secret boss is weird route exclusive. Chapter 3 does not say applicable as well. Actually says not applicable, but you can check the source files. Page does exist, just as visible on the page. It also says not applicable. Check the test on each page. It also says but, which isn't on the chapter 1 page. My first thought was that it was not only referencing Chapter 2's weird route, but a song that plays just prior to the fight where Birdley is killed. It could be the case that the sounds in Chapter 3, Chapter 4, and Chapter 5 are also samples that play during a proceed prior to a fatal fight, like Birdley's or something similar, as Chapter 4 plays no music as ordered we go through extra step. Its proceed may come in silence or be further hidden within the weird route, a sub-weird route. Then we have, can't believe the audio files are spelling out the name of Gus's long twin WDM the whole time. Bravo, Toby. Toby really just giving us giant drops and pretending like it's not canon. Went to know the windows, and those these would have the phrase all jumbled up. You click on enough of the windows, you'll get that one dog. One is a dog check page, it's called Bruce. There's a phrase where the lost forest go, click on the trees phase note. If you click on enough, you go back to the forest step to use the theme. Text for the dog check is different now, it's proper jumble. Someone needs to unscramble this. Let's see what else we have. Someone drawing an Among Us guy. Oh yes, and we have friend. This thing is if you continue to click on the rare cats one. So if you play for long enough, you can get this guy. And it says that he's cat, so we can infer from that this is actually a cat, which makes a lot of sense because it looks like Cheshire Cat green. I made that connection, I think, a long time ago. It looks like the Cheshire Cat from Alice Cat from Alice in Wonderland, I mean. But yeah, that is interesting because we know that there are going to be elemental types within the game, and cat and puppet are the inverse, one and the same, or one on the different end of the spectrum. In this one, the eye colours are different from the original image Fright in the Basement. That one having yellow and pink eyes, this one having a yellow and purple eye. Let's see if there's anything else. Guess that's the cat we need to get. Okay, I think that's about it. But I would like to see for myself where they're talking about with the QWERTY keyboard, since I missed that myself. I knew there was something there, but I couldn't quite figure it out. So where are we again, if we can find it? Chapter 4 has QWERTY keyboard. Okay, Chapter 4. Try this out again. It's not letting me highlight anything, which is annoying because I'm sure there's something there. Here we go. That sounds like something shutting. Let's go back so we can see the full keyboard. We have one lone pixel, and I know what Toby's like, putting in lone pixels. They always seem to mean something or be somewhere. So only I can't get this damn keyboard to come up. I'm sure it's very simple. It just seems to be missing the mark. It's giving me egg vibes for some reason. It doesn't really matter because there's people out there that would have done it anyway, but it's just annoying me that I can't see it for myself when I'm clicking on it. Definitely finding the dot and clicking it, yet nothing wants to be happening unless I'm doing something wrong. Where I got it first go to begin with, well, the first line of the keyboard. But it does spell out thank you, we know that much. I believe, I'm pulling up Google, but there was one about the girl who never smiled. Telling me all this, but it's not telling me where to find it. Shouldn't be that hard. Wish this would piss off. Deltarune today, she never smiled. Enough messing around. There is that one part where she never smiled, or what if she never smiled? So I'm going to have to go back and do more, but anyways. That's all I could find for that one. And if I'm looking here, I don't think I can see it. No, it's not there. One more look. Deltarune. There's also a part where you can enter a code. Okay, this is annoying me. And then we have the code. Where you put in a code, and I don't think anyone's unlocked that, but if we're going by this list here, there's not too many more that have yet to be discovered. We've got most of them here, so I think we're pretty good to go. Probably a couple more that people are going to unearth, and there might be a couple that didn't get found. I'm what Toby's saying about the original Smampton Sweepstakes. There were a couple that never got actually found, which is interesting. But yes, very cool, very interesting stuff. I was really excited to see all this. Again, I might have to do more content to cover any new information that we do get about this, but I wanted to luckily send in there. Would have liked to get this out the day after it came out, but I've been in Adelaide and I've been hanging out with my fella. I've had some stuff going on in my life, like I mentioned this previously, they're breaking my switch by spilling 2 whole heaps of orange juice, and not just water, orange juice all over it. So you can imagine it's pretty bugged and doesn't want to work anymore. Man, I spent like $350 to get another Switch. Some people are asking like $500, $550. It's like, why would I spend that amount? For a couple $100 more, I could buy a Switch too. Are you crazy just because it's an OLED? Like, why would I bother? I just don't see why I would. Especially when the Switch 2 is like right around the corner. It's backwards compatible anyway. But of course I'm crazy and I love my game, so I'm willing to do it. I got sent last Thursday, so it should finally be on the way. And I've got this really cute Studio Ghibli I have a Totoro carry case. And in other news, which is very sad and far more important, my stepfather, David, who I've known for a very long time, since I was about 13, maybe even a bit younger. My mum moved to me when he was basically a stepfather, more of a stepfather than my real father ever was, if I'm quite honest. I was very close to him, although I didn't get to see as much of him once he got shifted into nursing home, diagnosed with literally stage 4 lung cancer, so it couldn't be any worse. But yeah, it was very sad. The funeral hasn't happened yet, but it was literally like yesterday when I found this out. So it's not good. I'm glad I got to see him one last time. I remember he had this really bad death rattle in his throat, which was, yeah, like his breathing wasn't very good. But yeah, I was obviously worried that that might be one of the final times I got to see him, but of course until it happens you just don't know. You never assume that it's going to actually happen until it does. So that was very sad. So I've got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm trying to get out as much content as I can, and I've got 2 more other videos recorded. I'll let you know what they are now. There's a reading of me reading very rather quickly because there's a lot of information there for the Suikoden manga. Literally a single, like literally not even one video of the Suikoden mangas. And it's like so interesting, like to see it from the manga perspective. It's different from the game perspective because you've got these like black and white, or some might be coloured, I forget, images. But you can see them drawn in this nice manga style with like extra dialogue, stuff that's not in the game. And it's just really, really cool. And obviously the same story from the game, but it's just portrayed in an interesting, different way. And I thought, how fun would it be to just read it out and let people read along with me? Just go through that journey of going through the manga together with somebody else instead of probably never going to the trouble of looking it up or not even knowing about it or not even finding it. Just seemed like a cool idea that nobody else had done. So I've got that done. And I've put out a video which is doing very poorly. It's literally got like 7 views, so go check that out. Which is about the Kickstarter for Seed of Nostalgia. It's a Kickstarter game, a Steam game. It's meant to be getting a physical console release because it raised quite enough money. I forget how much it raised. It was like $100,000 or $40,000, something like that. But it was one of those games where it smashed all its goals and raised much more money than it was originally planned on. So going by that, it's looking to be very good, and everything that they promised the game would hopefully have, it's going to definitely have. I'll probably be getting it on Steam, which is annoying because my Steam Deck also doesn't work. I bought it like literally a year ago and it doesn't want to work. So I just had it sitting there, turned off, not even doing anything. It turned off. It should have been completely fine, just switched off, not even be used. I hardly ever use it. I use it for maybe a couple of weeks, not even a month. And finally go back to check it out, and it's literally not even working. Like, you plug it in and it's got the charging light on it, but it doesn't want to turn on. So now I have to go through the rigmarole of getting a refund for $800 Switch. Not Switch, Steam Deck, so I can go and replace that. And then I find out, oh, you can actually connect your Steam Deck to the TV, so you don't have to play a handheld. You can play it in a dock mode too on a TV, which makes it so much, infinitely more better. And there's so many cool Steam games out that I've never even played. And ones that I've downloaded but I haven't got around to, ones that are coming out, I'm looking forward to, ones that are coming out in the future. So there's just so much to go through. I feel like I just cannot keep up. There's so many game things coming out at the moment. So yeah, there's a lot. There's an awful lot of stuff. But yeah, I have that in another video planned. I believe that one's a little surprise. But there's lots of cool stuff coming. My channel is only very small, I only have 185 subs. 15 more, I'm up to 200, so that'll be nice. That'll be my double digits. I mean, 100 is technically double digits, but I'm going to count it as 200. So looking forward to that. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please consider liking it, subscribing to the channel. All that good stuff really does help. It means a lot showing me that you appreciate the video, that you like what you see, that you'd like to see more of it. So that's always cool. I'm now also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you want to follow me over there, you'll see all my shorts and updates when I release videos. and you won't miss out on any of the channel news. So feel free to join over there and show your support. But yeah, I've been your host, the RPG Goddess Gamer. I love you all. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, peace out, everyone. Bye, guys.